Hey everybody, Lindsay Smith here with the business tip this week. I want you to try something. I want you to time yourself, just in your head, count to from 1 to 10 as fast as you can. Go ahead and try it. Okay, you probably did it really, really fast. Now I want you to do the same thing, but I want you to say the alphabet from A until J. And time yourself again. Okay, great. Now what I want you to do is I want you to combine the two. I want you to say number 1, then the letter A, number 2, B, 3, C, accordingly, all the way up to number 10 and the letter J. See how fast you can do that. Go ahead. Now, I'm willing to bet that you get caught up around G a little bit, or maybe F, and the process took a lot longer than it did if you were to have just counted from 1 to 10 separately and A to J separately. Trying to do them both at the same time is very, very difficult. I recently read a book called The Distraction Addiction by a gentleman named Alex Pang, and he uses that example in there to talk about the problem with switch tasking. You see, multitasking is okay, because lots of times if you're cooking a big meal for friends or things like that, you need to be watching the stuff that's on the stove, you need to be setting the table at the same time, so you can multitask, but it's all within the same task set. Whereas switch tasking is when you're bouncing between two completely unrelated tasks, and I'm telling you, this is killing you in your business. Now, when we talk about this kind of stuff, we always think, hey, my smartphone, my email, those things are the biggest distractions in my life. And I'm going to say yes, that's probably true to some extent, but do you think that people were distracted pre-2004 when we had smartphones, or pre-1995 when we had email? And the answer is, of course. So it really leads us to have to think about what is it in our brain that's distracting us. And I'm going to challenge you guys to think, when you're focusing on a task and you're looking for that sense of accomplishment, trying to stick with a large task takes a long time to get that sense of accomplishment at the end. Whereas if you quickly switch over to your email, or if you quickly throw in a load of laundry, or you quickly call that friend, that gives you an immediate sense of accomplishment. So it's like an addiction, because you're constantly trying to give yourself the next hit to get the next high. And what I'm telling you is that it's killing your ability to concentrate on a regular basis in your business, and it's killing your ability to get major things done that you need to do in order to be successful. So think about how you interact with your smartphone. Think about how you interact with your email and your computer, and think about how you interact with the other distractions around you, going with friends for lunch, things like that, and how much time do you spend concentrated and focused on a single task. It's probably alarming at this point. Try to set up your technology so that your alerts and things like that don't take you out of the game. Remove yourself from the technology and try to separate yourself from your ability to get distracted by that. And then look at other areas in your life. Are you responding too quickly to your friend requests on Facebook, or when people ask you to go for lunch and things like that? Make sure that you learn to focus on a single task. Don't get caught up in a single high on feeling busy by doing multiple things. Make sure you accomplish some real things by having some focus, concentration. I highly recommend the book, The Distraction Addiction by Alex Pang. That's your business tip this week. All the best and doing a ton of business for the rest of the year.